आवाज येतोय सर्वांना? हॅलो.
सर येतोय आवाज.
ओके सर, तर आपण लेक्चर स्टार्ट करू. आपण आतापर्यंत आपल्याला चॅप्टर मध्ये आपण टर्बाइन्स बद्दल शिकलो. त्यानंतर त्याचे टाइप्स आपण बघितले. त्यानंतर डिझाईन ऑफ इम्पल्स टर्बाइन आणि रिॲक्शन टर्बाइन्स आपण डिझाईन बघितले आणि त्याच्यावरचे प्रॉब्लेम्स. तर आता आपल्याला 3 पॉइंट डिस्कस करायचे. फर्स्ट वन सिलेक्शन ऑफ टर्बाइन्स, सेकंड वन स्पेसिफिक स्पीड and last one governing of turbine. तर हे 3 पॉइंट काय करायचे आपल्याला स्टडी करायचे किंवा डिस्कस करायचे. ओके, तर आपल्याला 3 पॉइंट हे डिस्कस करायचे. तर फर्स्ट पॉइंट आपण पाहू आपला सिलेक्शन ऑफ टर्बाइन्स. तर त्यामध्ये पाहू आपण hydraulic engineers are required to select the turbine for hydroelectric projects. Hydraulic turbine is selected and designed to suit the specific requirements in such a way that it gives high efficiency under working conditions. Some points which are taken into account while selecting a turbine are as follows. The first point, the peripheral velocity V is a function of head and it increases with head. For Pelton wheel, phi is about 0.46 while it ranges from about 0.65 to 2.0 in case of reaction turbines. Thus, due to lower peripheral velocity at maximum efficiency, Pelton wheel is more suitable for high head installations, while reaction turbines are more suitable for medium to low head installations. Therefore, for very high heads above 300 meter, there is a choice of Pelton wheel. That's the first point of selection of turbines. That's nothing but your head requirement. Then second point, in the overlapping range of head between 150 meter and 300 meter, either Pelton wheel or Francis turbine can be used. The choice between the two depends upon the following considerations. Then the subpoint into one is, the first point is efficiency of Francis turbine falls sharply with the reduction in size, while that of Pelton wheel is almost independent of the size. Therefore, for small capacity installations, Pelton wheel is preferred to Francis turbine and vice versa. Then second point, it is found that the efficiency of Francis turbine falls with part loads, while that of Pelton wheel. Hello? काय अडचण आहे कोणाला? आवाज येतोय का?
हो येतोय सर.
ओके. द पेल्टन, आता कुठं होतो आपण? हा, सेकंड पॉइंट ऑफ सिलेक्शन, it is found that the efficiency of Francis turbine falls with part loads, while that of Pelton wheel is constant for wide range of loads. Hence, a Pelton wheel is preferred where fluctuations of load are frequent. Where the load is fairly constant, a Francis turbine is preferred since installation of Francis turbine is cheaper and occupies less space as compared with that of Pelton wheel. This is the second point. Then third sub point is Francis turbine is more susceptible to abrasion due to silt content in water. Due to silty water, efficiency of Francis turbine is reduced in proportion to the solid contents. The turbine also becomes more prone to cavitation under such conditions. Pelton wheel perform is not very much affected due to silt load. Hence, for very silty water, Pelton wheel is preferred to Francis turbine. The next point, the point regarding the replacement or repairs of parts goes in favor of Pelton wheel since the repairs or replacements can be done in very short time. The next point in selection of turbine, for fairly constant loads, large loads and clean water, Francis turbine is more suitable due to its compactness and cheaper installation. These are the sub points in a second point, which consists of simply the overlapping range of heads between 150 meter and 300 meter. Then third point of selection is for heads between 30 meter and 60 meter, both Francis and Kaplan turbines can be used. The choice between them depends upon the following factors. Kaplan turbine, although costlier than Francis turbine, gives higher efficiency at part loads for very wide range. Hence, when load is variable, a Kaplan turbine, and when load is fairly constant, a cheaper Francis turbine is used. This is the third point to select the turbine. Then fourth point, for very low heads from 5 meter to 30 meter, both Kaplan and propeller turbines can be used. For variable loads, a Kaplan turbine, and for constant load, a cheaper propeller turbine is used. Then fifth point, knowing the specific speed ns of the turbine head capital H and speed n, power for turbine PT can be found out by knowing the total power P to be generated. Number of units is given by capital P divided by PT can be calculated. It may be seen that the number of units are as minimum as possible. The running cost is higher for multi-unit plants. As far as possible, there should be at least 2 units, one working as standby. Then sixth point to selection of turbine is cavitation characteristics of turbine should be taken into account while selecting a turbine, because This affects the installation of reaction turbines in relation to tail race level, and hence the cost of installation and maintenance. And point number 7 is disposition of shaft also must be considered while selecting a turbine. Horizontal shaft requires more floor space, while vertical shaft requires deep foundations and tall building. Generally, horizontal shaft for Pelton wheel, horizontal or vertical shaft for small size reaction turbine, and vertical shaft for large size reaction turbines are used. Then point number 8 for selection of turbine is initial cost of plant as well as running cost of plant must be taken into account while selecting a turbine. तर हे आपल्याकडे 8 पॉइंट्स आहेत सिलेक्शन ऑफ टर्बाइन्स. तर त्यामधला जो फर्स्ट होता आपला, त्याच्यामध्ये काय सांगितलं होतं तुम्हाला त्यांनी, द पेरिफेरल व्हेलॉसिटी व्ही जी आपण डिझाईन मध्ये कॅल्क्युलेट केली पहा, स्मॉल व्ही इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ हेड अँड इट इन्क्रीजेस विथ द हेड. तर मग त्या केसमध्ये तुम्ही काय प्रिपेअर करणार, तुमचं पेल्टन टर्बाइन. तर हे झाले तुमचे पॉइंट्स ऑफ सिलेक्शन ऑफ टर्बाइन. त्यानंतर नेक्स्ट आपल्याला बघायचं आहे स्पेसिफिक स्पीड. ओके, देन नेक्स्ट पॉइंट स्पेसिफिक स्पीड. तर आता समजून घेऊ अगोदर स्पेसिफिक स्पीड म्हणजे काय. स्पेसिफिक स्पीड, द परफॉर्मन्स ऑफ टर्बाइन or similar turbines at different heads, speeds and discharge etc. can be studied with the help of unit quantities. For comparing different turbines, it is necessary to arrive at an equitable basis. To achieve this, an imaginary turbine similar to original turbine but geometrically reduced to such a size that it will produce 1 kilowatt power at 1 meter head is considered. This turbine is called specific turbine. The speed at which the specific turbine runs is called specific speed. Thus, the specific speed is defined as the specific speed of a turbine is the speed at which a geometrically similar turbine will run to produce unit power, that is 1 kilowatt, under unit head, that is 1 meter. So this is a definition of specific speed. And how to calculate the specific speed? It has a simple formula and it is given by specific speed. It is denoted by ns and it is given by capital N into under root of t divided by capital H raised to 5 by 4. तर हे झालं तुमचं स्पेसिफिक स्पीड. स्पेसिफिक स्पीड. त्यानंतर नेक्स्ट पॉइंट आपल्याला बघायचा आहे, दॅट्स नथिंग बट युअर गव्हर्निंग ऑफ टर्बाइन. The next point is governing of turbines. तर governing of turbines मध्ये पहा, hydraulic turbines are mainly used for generating electric power. For this purpose, they are directly coupled to electric generators. For maintaining constant frequency of power supply, the generators are required to be run at constant speed called synchronous speed, and that synchronous speed is given by 3000 divided by capital P for 50 cycles supply, where P is the number of pairs of poles. Thus, it is necessary that the turbines must run at constant speed. Turbines must run at constant speed. However, the load on the generator changes frequently. Under such conditions, if the input remains the same, the speed of turbine changes. If the load on the generator is decreased and no change is made in the input to turbine, the speed of turbine will increase, and if the load is increased, speed will decrease. This, however, is not desirable, and some device to maintain the speed of turbine constant is very essential. Then now what is meant by actual governing of turbine? The definition of governing of turbine is the process of maintaining constant speed of turbine even under varying load is called governing of turbines. The device used for governing is called governing mechanism or a governor. Governing is generally achieved by controlling the discharge passing over the turbine. It is done with the help of sphere inside the nozzle in case of Pelton wheel, and by rotating guide vanes in case of reaction turbines. तर त्यानंतर आपण गव्हर्निंग बघितलं आता. तर आता त्यानंतर वेगवेगळ्या टर्बाइन्स मध्ये गव्हर्निंग आपल्याला कशा पद्धतीने करायचे ते पाहू आपण. देन फर्स्ट गव्हर्निंग ऑफ पेल्टन व्हील. तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपण गव्हर्निंग कसं करणार? Various methods used for governing Pelton wheel are as follows. त्यामध्ये first one, throttle valve regulation. Second one, sphere or needle regulation. Then third one, deflector regulation. Fourth one, combined needle and deflector regulation. तर आता वन बाय वन पाहू आपण. सिंपल थेरोटिकल पॉइंट्स आहे ते. गव्हर्निंग ऑफ पेल्टन व्हील. फर्स्ट वन, throttle valve regulation. By using a throttle valve or a sluice valve in the pipe, the supply of water can be adjusted to the requirement. This is a very cheap, easy method and also a wasteful method. Then second one, sphere or needle regulation. In this method, the discharge of water is varied in direct proportion to the power demand without affecting the head of water. तर ही झाली तुमची sphere or needle regulation. Then third one, deflector regulation. If the penstocks are long, carrying water with high velocity, and if load varies over a wide range. This method of regulation is very satisfactory method. On decreasing of load, the deflector is moved into position between the jet and the bucket, thus deflecting the jet partly or fully clear of the buckets. Instead of a deflector, the nozzle is sometimes made with ball and socket joints so that entire jet can be deflected to the desired extent or even completely. Thus, the very close and rapid regulation can be done without changing the flow conditions in the pipe, and hence there is absolutely no risk of water hammer. However, a lot of valuable water is wasted. Then fourth point of governing of Pelton wheel or process is combined needle and deflector regulation. In this method, advantages of both the above methods, that is your deflector and needle regulation, are taken. Then in this method, deflector comes immediately between the jet and the buckets when the power requirement is reduced. Due to this, fast regulation without risk of water hammer is achieved. Then the needle valve or spear is moved gradually to control the discharge. As soon as the spear is adjusted to new load condition, the deflector is brought back to its original position. The deflector is brought back to its original position out of way of the jet. The moment of spare use gradual regulation without wastage of water. तर हे झाले तुमचे गव्हर्निंग ऑफ पेल्टन व्हीलच्या मेथड्स. तर हे झाले आपले आजचे 3 पॉइंट जे आपल्याला डिस्कस करायचे होते. फर्स्ट वन सिलेक्शन ऑफ टर्बाइन, देन थर्ड वन स्पेसिफिक स्पीड, सेकंड वन स्पेसिफिक स्पीड, अँड थर्ड वन इज युअर गव्हर्निंग ऑफ टर्बाइन. त्यानंतर नेक्स्ट पॉइंट आपल्याला स्टडी करायचा आहे, दॅट्स नथिंग बट युअर कॅव्हिटेशन इन हायड्रॉलिक टर्बाइन्स. आता कॅव्हिटेशन जे काय आहे ते तुमचं ऑलरेडी FM2 मध्ये झालेलं आहे. जस्ट रिकॉल करू आपण ते. Cavitation, when the pressure of flowing liquid in any part of the flow when the pressure of flowing liquid in any part of the flow passage falls below the vapor pressure of liquid at the existing temperature, the liquid starts boiling and vapor bubbles are formed in very large numbers. These vapor bubbles or cavities travel along with the liquid, and when they reach a region of high pressure, they suddenly collapse. Due to sudden collapse of the bubbles or cavities, the liquid in the vicinity of the vapor cavities or bubbles rush into cavities creating very high local pressure. So, creating very high local pressure. These high pressure may be of the order of 6.5 into 10 raised to 8 to 7 into 10 raised to 8 Newton per meter square. If this process happens near a solid surface, the force exerted by rushing liquid cause damage due to fatigue to the surface, resulting in heating of surface. This phenomenon of formation of bubbles, their travel and collapse is called cavitation. The next point, effect of cavitation. आता त्या कॅव्हिटेशनचे इफेक्ट काय काय होतात? फर्स्ट वन, loss of material due to pitting. Then second, roughening of surfaces and hence more resistance to flow. Then third one, production of noise and vibrations. Different parts of turbines are subjected to vibration. Then fourth one, loss of energy and hence loss in efficiency of the turbine. तर हे झाले तुमचे इफेक्ट ऑफ कॅव्हिटेशन. त्यानंतर नेक्स्ट पॉइंट आपल्याला बघायचं आहे, मेथड्स टू अवॉइड कॅव्हिटेशन. मेथड्स टू अवॉइड कॅव्हिटेशन. Following are some of the methods to avoid cavitation in turbines to very great extent. तर आता वन बाय वन त्या मेथड्स पाहू आपण. फर्स्ट मेथड, cavitation free design of the runner of the reaction turbine. Then second method, proper installation of the turbine as near to the tail race level as possible. Then third one, running the turbine at the design speed. Running the turbine at the design speed. Then fourth method, use of cavitation resistant materials like stainless steel. Fifth one, providing highly polished surface for runner. And sixth one, introduction of small quantity of air at the inlet of the turbine. तर ह्या झाल्या तुमच्या मेथड्स टू अवॉइड द कॅव्हिटेशन. तर आता वन बाय वन आपण डिटेल मध्ये पाहू. फर्स्ट वन, कॅव्हिटेशन फ्री डिझाइन ऑफ द रनर of the reaction turbine. It has been observed that only calculations on paper are not suitable to arrive at cavitation free runner. For that, nowadays it is a practice to develop a cavitation free runner after conducting many experiments on the turbine runner in a wind tunnel and or cavitation testing setup in the cavitation laboratory. After testing, the alternative shapes, angles of the blades for a runner are taken. That's the first one, cavitation free design of the runner of the reaction turbine. Then second method, proper installation of the turbine. It can be seen that as head or the height of runner above the tail race is decreased, the pressure and hence cavitation number is increased, thus reducing the possibility of cavitation. the value of H can be made negative by installing the turbine below the tail race